I've got some important news for you. Today about something many of us enjoy. Nuts. Did you know that eating the wrong kinds of nuts could increase your risk of heart problems by nearly 50%, especially for those of us over 65? That's not just talk, it comes from solid research in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology. Here's what's concerning: some of the most common nuts sitting in your kitchen right now might be quietly harming your health. They could be raising your blood pressure, causing inflammation in your body, clogging your arteries, and even speeding up memory loss. Yet many of us keep eating them, thinking we're making healthy choices. Today I'm going to share with you the 5 nuts that can truly help your health after 65, plus the 5 you should stay away from, and stick around until the end because I'll reveal a shocking truth about one particularly dangerous nut that could be harming your body without you even knowing it. Let's start with the good news then. 5 nuts that can actually improve your health. Number 1 on our list is the Brazil nut. These large crescent-shaped nuts are nature's richest source of selenium. Just one nut gives you more than a full day's requirement. This matters because about 20% of folks over 65 have thyroid problems, but many don't realize it because the symptoms just seem like normal aging. For men watching, here's a bonus. Brazil nuts can help support your testosterone levels, which naturally decline as we age. This can help maintain muscle strength, bone density, energy, and even brain function. Recent studies even suggest that compounds in Brazil nuts might slow down the aging process at the cellular level. These nuts are so powerful that you only need 1 to 2 per day. More than that could actually be too much. Next up are walnuts, probably the best nut for your brain. Just look at them. They even resemble the organ they help. Walnuts contain the highest amount of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids of any nut, which is crucial for keeping our aging brains working well. A study in the Journal of Nutrition found that older adults who ate about a handful of walnuts daily for just 8 weeks showed noticeable improvements in thinking speed and mental flexibility. Here's something you might not know: walnuts contain natural melatonin, that sleep hormone our bodies produce less of as we age. Many folks find that eating a small handful of walnuts before bedtime helps them sleep better. Keep your walnuts in the refrigerator to keep them fresh, and aim for about 7 to 10 halves daily. Don't mind their slightly bitter taste. That's actually a sign of the beneficial compounds working to protect your cells. Third on our list are pistachios, which are wonderful for managing blood pressure, something most of us become concerned about as we age. What makes pistachios special is their mineral balance. They're naturally low in sodium, but high in potassium, which helps counteract our aging kidneys' tendency to hold on to salt. Regularly eating pistachios might lower your blood pressure by 3 to 5 points, similar to some prescription medications, but without the side effects. Pistachios also contain special plant compounds that protect against macular degeneration, the main cause of vision loss after 60. I especially like that pistachios are perfect for portion control. The act of shelling them slows down your eating, and the empty shells show you exactly how many you've had. Aim for about 49 pistachios daily, roughly an ounce, and choose unsalted or lightly salted varieties. Our 4th healthy choice is the trusty almond. With their impressive calcium and vitamin E content, almonds help keep our bones strong when fractures become more dangerous with age. Just a /4 cup daily provides significant calcium to help slow the natural bone loss that speeds up after 65. What makes almonds truly special is their magnesium content, a mineral many of us lack as we get older. Magnesium works as a traffic cop for calcium, directing it to your bones instead of allowing it to damage your arteries. Their fiber content, about 3.5 g per serving, helps prevent constipation, which affects nearly half of us seniors. For best results, enjoy about 15 to 20 almonds daily, preferably raw or dry roasted without salt, and look for ones with their skins intact. The skin contains compounds that work with vitamin E to double the antioxidant benefits. Rounding out our top 5 is the often overlooked hazelnut. These flavorful nuts are packed with vitamin E. Just an ounce provides nearly a third of your daily needs. This matters because Vitamin E protects brain cells from damage that contributes to memory problems and conditions like Alzheimer's. Hazelnuts are also rich in minerals that support bone health and contain healthy fats that help manage cholesterol. A study from the University of Oregon found that older adults who ate hazelnuts regularly showed improvements in several heart health measures in just 4 weeks. Aim for about 20 hazelnuts daily, preferably raw or lightly roasted without added salt. Now, let's turn to the nuts you should avoid as you age. First on our caution list are peanuts. Many folks don't realize that peanuts aren't actually nuts at all. They're legumes that grow underground. This matters because growing underground makes them susceptible to mold and harmful compounds called aflatoxins, which can damage your liver and increase cancer risk with regular consumption. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at removing these toxins, making this especially concerning for seniors. Peanuts contain proteins that can trigger inflammation in many people. Even without a true allergy, this low-grade inflammation is particularly problematic for older adults already dealing with joint discomfort, heart concerns, and memory issues. Most of us already consume too many omega-6 fatty acids compared to beneficial omega-3s, and peanuts' high omega-6 content worsens this imbalance if you're taking blood thinners like warfarin. Be extra cautious. Peanuts contain vitamin K that can interfere with these medications, yet many doctors never mention this interaction. Commercial peanut butters make matters worse by adding hydrogenated oils, extra salt, and sugars, all troublesome for aging hearts and blood vessels. Second on our caution list are cashews, which pose unique risks due to their high carbohydrate content. Unlike true nuts, cashews contain fewer protective compounds and significantly more carbs, about 9 g per ounce, with roughly a quarter of Americans over 65 having diabetes and nearly half having prediabetes. This carbohydrate load can cause problematic blood sugar spikes, something most people don't know. Cashews should never be eaten raw. In their natural state, they contain the same toxic compound in poison ivy. All commercial cashews undergo processing to remove this toxin, but this lengthy process reduces their nutritional value. Cashews also contain high levels of oxalates, compounds that bind to calcium in your digestive system and reduce absorption, a real concern for seniors already at risk for bone loss. Their creamy texture makes them easy to overeat, contributing to weight gain at a time when maintaining a healthy weight becomes increasingly challenging. Third on our warning list are macadamia nuts, which pose significant concerns, primarily due to their extreme caloric density, approximately 200 calories per ounce, making them the most calorie-dense nut available, with our metabolism naturally slowing as we age. This adds further challenge to maintaining a healthy weight. Their extraordinarily high fat content, about 22 g per ounce, can overwhelm the gallbladder, which becomes less efficient with age. This can trigger painful episodes for the roughly 15% of seniors with silent gallstones. Macadamias also have among the highest saturated fat content of any nut, which may raise LDL cholesterol levels, already a significant concern for many of us as we age. Their hardness presents a serious risk to dental work like crowns and bridges or weakened teeth, particularly after 65, when tooth enamel naturally becomes more vulnerable. Their rich buttery flavor can lead to overeating, especially since many older adults have diminished taste perception and prefer stronger flavors. Fourth on our list are pine nuts, which presents several problems. Specifically for seniors, most concerning is that they contain compounds that interact with over 60% of medications commonly prescribed to older adults, potentially making drugs less effective or causing side effects. This includes statins, certain antidepressants, and blood pressure medications that many of us take. Pine nuts can also cause pine nut syndrome, a condition where they leave a bitter metallic taste that can last for weeks. While this might seem minor, it can seriously affect appetite and nutrition for older adults, with research showing that up to 42% of those affected experience significant weight loss. Their small size and slippery texture also create a choking risk, especially for those with swallowing difficulties or dry mouth from medications which affects the majority of seniors taking multiple prescriptions. Finally, rounding out our list of nuts to avoid is the horse chestnut, which isn't actually a true nut and should never be eaten by anyone. These are completely different from the edible chestnuts used in holiday recipes. Horse chestnuts contain toxic compounds that can cause severe digestive distress, nausea, vomiting, throat irritation, and in extreme cases, even paralysis. The confusion between edible chestnuts and horse chestnuts happens more often than you might think, especially among older adults who may gather nuts outdoors or buy from unfamiliar sources. The toxic compounds are particularly dangerous for those taking blood-thinning medications. While properly processed horse chestnut extract is used in some medical treatments for circulation problems, the raw nuts themselves should never be consumed. The choices you make about which nuts to eat and which to avoid can have a real impact on your health, energy, and brain function in your later years. Remember that small, consistent changes add up to big results over time. Even switching from problem nuts to our recommended varieties just 3 days a week can make a meaningful difference in how you feel. I'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed any effects from adding or removing certain nuts from your diet? Which nut has made the biggest difference in your health? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section below. I read them all and value your input. Before I sign off, if you found this information helpful, please take a moment to click that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos on staying healthy as we age. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you learned something new today. It really helps others find this important information. And remember, before making any significant changes to your diet, especially if you have health conditions or take medications, check with your doctor to make sure these recommendations are right for your specific situation. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Until next time, here's to your health and happiness. Take care, friends.